This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first two guests today are from the Alpena Garden Club. I have Marilyn Ross and Kay Breckenridge. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
So everyone's really excited. The Garden Walk is coming back again. It's been a number of years since we've had one. It sounds like you've got some great gardens. But first of all, let's start out talking about the Alpena Garden Club. Marilyn,
Sure.
Tell me about the Garden Club.
Well, the Garden Club has been in existence for over 50 years.
Wow.
And when they first started out, they were not an outdoors garden. They did like things for the hospital, like trays for the hospital, put flowers on them, and things like that. But all of a sudden, one day, they decided to start doing outdoors. The old Chamber of Commerce building was the first building that they put flowers at, and then from there it just grew. And of course, now it's huge what we do.
So give me an idea, Kay, of some of the projects that we can attribute to the Garden Club.
Well, there are about 50 members, and we work on the library garden now. That's our new garden. We work on the planter around Thunder Bay Theater, and we do Duck Park, the butterfly garden, the State Police Post. There are boxes around there and shrubbery at the State Police Post, and we do the public safety building, the gardens in front of that. And then we start in February and plant the seedling, or plant the plants and plant along Johnson Street for the college and some of the gardens at the college. Dr. Stibbets asked us if we would learn that from him because he had been doing that for years. And so we said, okay, well, we'll learn it. And we've almost taken over. He helps a lot, but we plant all those flowers that you see in front of the college.
That's amazing.
From seed. In February. They start in February.
Yes, and that's a lot of flowers.
It's a lot of work, and we are learning that gardening and farming is precarious because you never quite are sure what's going to happen in the season. Some things will germinate, some won't. Some things last, and so it's tricky and fun,
experience.
And so all the new Garden Club members, we really recommend that they start there with us and help because it's great, and it's to learn from us, but also to learn from Dr. Stibbets as well.
Yes, he has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Marilyn, let's start out. The date of the event will be Saturday, July 29th.
July 29th, yep.
From 10 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
So start us out and tell us about some of the gardens.
First thing, it will be rain or shine.
Yes, people need to know that. Bring an umbrella if it's raining.
And we'll have ladies stationed at each site, so if they need a ticket, they would have a couple of tickets.
Okay.
But the tickets are at Prattscape in the mall.
All right.
Prattscape's at the Flower Building.
Okay.
And Neiman's.
Okay.
So they can pick them up. They're there now. So they can pick. They're $10.
Okay.
And they're going to be viewing.
Yeah, and all those businesses are great about selling tickets for community events.
They do.
And Neiman's is wonderful to do that for us. And Doug Pratt has been a supporter of the Garden Club for years. There are 3 gardens in town.
Okay.
The Weckworth Garden is on 2nd Street. They have not so much garden art as just flowers, perennials, hydrangeas, and roses. I think that she said they have been planting their garden since 1997.
Wow. Okay.
They also, and then the other 2 other gardens in town, the Sortkowski's garden, which is, lots of people have seen that garden over the years, Joe and Carolyn.
Yeah, they loan it out to the community for fundraisers and things.
And it has changed, though. Every year there's something new. One year, I think the last year, they took some trees down, so that changes the whole landscape of that area with sun now instead of shade. There will be music there. Carol Catarat is providing music. And we will have a raffle, so you can buy a raffle ticket there.
Okay.
Jackie Olson, her garden is on Saginaw Street. She is a Garden Club member.
Okay.
Has a huge garden, lots of garden art. I think she goes shopping every day
cute little things.
and buys something to put in her garden.
There's always a space.
So great ideas that you can get from her.
Puts a smile on your face when you see her garden.
Then there's the butterfly garden and our beautiful bridge, of course. thanks to the Konjorskis, just highlights that area.
Yes,
It's
it
wonderful. Then Tender Care, the gardens there, the therapy garden, and the other gardens, and refreshments will be available at Tender Care. ACC, we're going to open up our little greenhouse, which is near the Madeline Briggs building, just to show how we do the gardening, the greenhouse setup. It's such a small little area. So I think people will be astounded at the space that we work in, and we work from February until the end of May in there.
Wow.
And then we'll also be selling some of these garden
Just
club.
hold it up for a moment there, keep it held up.
Some garden club note cards. These are $1.
Very nice.
And these are scenes from Alpena. And this is a Alpena scene, I think you might be familiar with. Lots more than just punchkis. And then, let's see, Sally Kroniak and Alan Kroniak's garden on French Road. And this is a big country garden.
I went by there the other day and saw them spreading mulch like crazy.
Mulch is our friend.
Yes, it is.
We love mulch. And then, of course, your garden on Long Lake Road. And this is such a delight. I think people are going to want to stay there for a long time.
Well, I hope so. I've been working pretty hard.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this is a lakeside garden with lots of little buildings.
Spaces and
your
places.
bunkie and your little dining house where you can go and have a meal with an overhead fan. It's really wonderful. And then we're also offering, some of the restaurants are offering a 10% discount. The brewery, winery, the Fresh Palette, so that people can have lunch. And then I just want to add that in the evening, the Thunder Bay Theater is putting on West Side Story at the band shell. So this is a wonderful day.
I didn't know that.
I think you should just come and stay the whole entire day in Alpena.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, we have about 1 minute left. So if someone's interested in joining the garden club, are you accepting members?
Oh, yes, we always
Certainly.
accept members.
Okay,
This
so
is
what's
a working garden club.
Okay,
so
it's working,
not,
so no-
not as social as some clubs.
Let me see your hands.
Yeah.
Even though we do have lunch, we like to have lunch.
And we do it someplace every month is a different place.
And I've seen some of your postings where you have speakers and
Oh,
different
always,
things. So
always
that's
speakers.
pretty neat and fun
Always,
thing
we
to
always
do.
have a 5-minute talk on something that gardens from our membership that they might be interested in knowing about.
Yes,
So,
we would really want, we could use more members.
young members would be
And
nice.
members that can actually work in a garden, because that's a requirement for new members, is to be able to work in a city garden with us. But you learn from each other, even if you don't know anything about gardening, and I joined because I wanted answers to the questions I had.
Perfect.
And so this is a great place to do it.
We're out of time. Thank you both very much. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Good.
I'll be right back with some information about an exciting event at the Rockport Recreational Area following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last two guests are here today to talk about Xterra Rockport Rugged. I have Casey Stutzman and Carol Dodge-Grahuski. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. And Casey, I'm going to start out with you. Xterra Rockport Rugged. What's
Nailed
it
it.
all about?
So it's a rugged triathlon. The Xterra designation is a special designation to off-road triathlons within the entire world. They're all over the place. That only goes out to serious events. And this is honestly an opportunity to highlight this unique gem that is Rockport State Recreation Area within our community, not only for locals, but for visitors. It's also primarily a way that we can help raise funds and help support the Friends Group so we can develop infrastructure at this amazing spot.
Now, you had your first one last year, and I understand it was overwhelming.
It was wonderful. It was amazing. We had athletes come from all over the Midwest and outside. We had great local participation. For us as the race organizers, it was of course a little bit, there was the stomach jitters, just make sure everything goes smooth. But the feedback we got from the athletes and the volunteers and everybody else who was involved was just overwhelming. So it was so exciting to see it go down so successfully and how well received it was by everybody.
And now, Carol, your group, Friends of Rockport, it's a wonderful group, and you're all volunteers, and you're out there trying to make Rockport viable for everyone.
Yes. Friends of Rockport Western Natural Area is a 501c3 that supports the DNR in everything Rockport, whether it's education, infrastructure, trails. We're there to help support their goals. We've got a big list of things that we'd like to do out there. You know, we'd like to put a campground in, a pavilion. We'd like to see the pier restored. So a lot of big ticket projects. So when Casey and Mary Beth came along and kind of proposed this beyond our expectations triathlon event, we jumped on it, and we really see that the possibility of raising some serious money that we then as a friends group can leverage for grant money to do work out there. That's been our goal, and a great opportunity to do that.
All right, Casey, back to the Xterra again. So you send invitations out all over the world so people come. So tell me about the races.
So in what regard?
Well, like, what are the different things? I mean, biking, swimming?
So yes, it's primarily, there's the Olympic distance triathlon, which is the swim, the bike, the run. The swim is obviously in Lake Huron.
Okay.
And then the bike and the run are off the beaten path, if you will. And you're climbing rock piles and riding the rim of the quarry and all these amazing spots and areas, so all these different trails. There's a sprint and a super sprint triathlon, which are just the shorter distances. And then there's a number of different relay options that people can jump in as well. So you get a team together of 3, one person swims, one bikes, one runs. And that way it's a nice way to kind of break it up a little bit. You know, you got a runner buddy, a biker buddy. So it makes it easy for people to get involved and participate in this really, really unique event.
Okay, so it's August 19th.
August 19th.
So how do people get registered?
So if they go to performancelocker.com/Rockport Rugged, you can find all the information on the event, all the different events, the aqua bike, the Kaya Tri, the relays, everything's on there. As well as the links to sign up, race day information, maps, whole 9 yards.
Accommodations and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Yep. Links to the Visit Alpina, so people can get set up with hotel rooms and places to stay in the area and everything they need.
Okay, if people have questions, they can stop by Performance Locker.
Absolutely.
And talk to you about
Call
it.
us, message us through the website, any way that we can help out. It's, you know, again, the big part of this race was to help showcase this really magical area. And as Carol was saying, you know, it's kind of been out of sight, out of mind for a while. And, you know, it surprises us the number of even locals that have never been out there, go out there and you know, things like not having marked trails and not having good maps, like these are all barriers. So through the race efforts, you know, creating awareness, getting more people out there, creating more passion for this area so there's more people speaking on behalf of it and advocating for it, we feel are very, very necessary to help the area grow and develop and take on some of these tasks that Carol's been talking about.
And you brought a map today to show us what you've been working on. Hold that up for us, please.
Okay. This is a big project. It's been in the works for about 5 years now. And when you have 4,327 acres, it's real easy to get lost out there without trails and maps. So this has been our goal since 2012. And we finally got there. We've been out the past several weeks with our little hammers and drills and everything, putting in the signage so people can find their way out there without getting lost.
Perfect.
So that's what we're working on now.
Okay, Casey, sponsorship opportunities, a way for our community to get involved, sponsorship opportunities. How do we find out about those?
So again, if people just contact us at Performance Locker, all the contact information is on the website. They can contact us directly and we can help get them set up with all the sponsorship information necessary and needed. So basically, to put on a good race, there's a lot that goes into it.
Oh, yes.
We do chip timing, and you know, we have a number of things that we wanted it to be a legitimate race that's going to bring people who are, you know, very serious about this thing to our area and something unique and special. So that being the case, we've been collecting sponsorships to help with the race costs. That way, more of the registrations go directly to the Friends Group. So our goal is to get 100% of the race logistics costs covered by sponsorships, so that 100% of the athlete registrations can go directly to the Friends Group, which is going directly into the park. So any local area businesses that want to help out, whether it be a huge sponsorship where you're getting your logo plastered all over the place, or just, you know, throwing a few bucks just to help the cause, we appreciate any and all that we can get.
And as a citizen in our community, when I see someone sponsoring an event, I make sure I support them and thank them for doing that and making our community the wonderful place that it is.
Yeah, we have so many community-minded businesses that we're just so grateful and fortunate to have. You know, we've gotten some huge sponsorships from First Federal, from Besser, from Lafarge. You know, it's been wonderful to see these places that really are community minded and really helping to support, the long-term goal of this, which is infrastructure for the park.
Okay, you have a need for volunteers too. We're almost out of time, but how does someone get in touch with you if they want to volunteer for the race itself, or to come out to Rockport and help put up some signs or cut some brush or get the trails ready? How do they get in touch with you?
Okay, the easiest way is to just email us at friendsofrockport@hotmail.com.
Okay.
And, just shoot us a line, let us know what you're up to. We can let you know what our opportunities are. We'll be out clearing trails. That's our next big project that we'll be doing, so we can always use help with that.
Okay, so you have a website too.
Yes, performancelocker.com.
Okay.
And if they're looking for specific race information, it's performancelocker.com/RockportRugged.
Okay, we're out of time. I want to thank both of you very much for being here, and I look forward to hearing the great success of this second annual event.
Thanks for
Thank you,
having us.
Nancy.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this afternoon Cindy DeRocher, who's the Director of Student Life and Campus Housing at ACC, a new position.
Yes,
Welcome.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you. Now, for those of you viewers who have been around a long time or have good memories or both, Cindy is a local who's worked her way back into the Alpena area, and we're delighted. Give the viewers a sense of your background and how you've arrived back home.
Okay, well, I first started at ACC in 1980 as a student, right out of high school, and played basketball for a couple of years while I got my associate's degree. Then left, then actually came back for a year because I was doing a 3+1 program with Lake Superior State, and helped Coach McCourt coach that year, and then finished my bachelor's degree up at Lake Superior State. Then went on to Tri-State University, which is now called Trine University in Angola, Indiana, where I coached and taught and did campus life there for 12 years.
Wow.
So, and during that time, basketball opened a lot of doors, had great teams. We competed won some conference championships, hosted a national tournament for 2 years, and I was able to participate on some wonderful board. I was on the board of director for the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, which just gained a lot of great experience, and
I bet you did. Wow.
and got to work with USA Basketball for 4 years, so that was a lot of fun.
So you're being somewhat modest, though, too. In researching your background, I noticed that you were National Coach of the Year at, was that Division III?
Yeah, we were an NAI school at that time. NAI, yeah, National Coach of the Year.
National Coach of the Year. I saw a bracket, and you were right next to Pat Summitt from University of Tennessee. I thought, wow, that's Cindy. She did good.
Yeah. That was nice because Pat's always was one of my idols and followed a lot of her philosophy in coaching, and and that was a great experience. But probably one of the proudest thing is the academic and collegiate and retention rates that we had that I had as a coach, and my assistant coaches assisted, and it was the students, to see them now, and I'm still in touch with many of them. It's just very rewarding, and I'm really happy. I was out of coaching or out of education for a while in business, and I'm happy to rejoin this end of the spectrum. And yesterday with the new student orientation, seeing the new faces, it was very exciting.
Yeah, kind of got your motor revved up a little bit?
It sure did.
Good. Well, it's music to my ears what you're saying about the importance of academics to students. I mean, we all want to, have teams that win every game and excel in whatever they're doing. But in my mind, a much more important thing is that they excel academically, and that they behave themselves, and that they grow from their time with us, and it sets them on a path to a more productive, positive outcome. And I think winning and that mentality can correlate. but academics is the more important piece to me now from where I sit.
Sure.
So.
Sure, and you know, with my new position with the college in campus housing, I really hope that we can support that academics like I did as a coach. And yesterday I was listening to Mike Colleen with the new student orientation, and you know, he mentioned, you know, going to college is a team event for the students. You know, they need the parent support and the advisors, and I hope our campus housing and can be a part of that support too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good insight.
Yeah.
I've sat through some of Mike's presentations. It gets me fired up. He's so good at that.
Yeah.
And it is a team effort.
Yeah.
And I think part of your position that I'm excited about is the opportunity to kind of elicit from the students what sort of activities outside the classroom would be beneficial, that would be enjoyable to them. And we've often been a little thin in that area. You know, it's hard to be staffed up to do that. So we're excited about your thoughts, Sarah. What are your thoughts, Sarah?
You know, I think a couple of things that I really want to achieve. One, people like to do things they have an interest in. So I think we really want to hit on that and find out what they have an interest in. And two is, I think college is part about growing. And I'd like to get them out and experience something they haven't done before in activities. And sometimes they're a little bit less apt to want to go in that direction. But I think back when I was here, being an athlete, I spent a lot of time in athletics and that. But one of my most fun experiences was working with the drama club one semester, and that was very memorable. So
with Mrs. Titus.
With Mrs. Titus.
Outstanding. I hope she's watching. She would get a kick out of that.
So you know, I think that is where we're going to start and find out what they want to do. I've already talked to a couple students who have lived on campus, and of course, with all the studying, we want to get them active in the activities and
well, that's wonderful. It's exciting to have you here. Welcome home. For those of you folks who know Cindy, welcome her, and we're just delighted to have you as part of the team. Thank you, and thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts, Nancy Smitham and Don McMaster. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on the community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.